What did you guys think of Klaus anyway?
We're about to talk about it, aren't we?
Keep it for the review.
I can't believe I'm gonna find out when the audience does.
Exactly. You're gonna find out at the same time as everyone. All right. What's today's intro? How about a Christmas Carol for the boys? Eh?
Today's intro will be
Christmas time, mistletoe and wine, children singing, mistletoe and wine.
People are already leaving.
Shut the fuck up.
They're already clicking off. Did you not like that? I used my angelic singing voice.
Yeah.
No, I'm miserable. It's Christmas.
It is.
That's angelic.
It's Christmas. We're not recording this in October, huh?
It may be October.
Come on,
Oh, it
you're
may
ruining
not
it for
be.
the kids booster.
It may or may not be in October, but I'm still wearing my Christmas jumper.
Just saying, I got
Okay,
my silly Christmas hat, and
I'm heavily intoxicated on eggnog. Let's go.
let's go, baby.
Let's nog it. That's what I say.
Snog it.
Snog
This
it.
is a terrible intro. I hate this. Delete this.
That was it.
Let's not get distracted.
Ah. Well, we shouldn't be distracted from our topic, which is today's comic, Klaus, a comic by Grant Morrison and Dan Mora, a Christmas comic no less. And this was Shabby's pick, so Shabby, you have to take it away from here, my son.
I'll take it away because when Booster approached us with, hey, let's do a Christmas special, I was like, I know exactly what to do because I read this years ago, in fact. I was like, okay, this is a great bloody comic. And it's very Christmassy, but also it doesn't do the thing where it's like soft or for kids Christmassy. It still has the spirit of Christmas, and it's very much a Christmas story. It's a Klaus story, right? It's a Klaus origin story, but it's for the men.
Yeah, boy.
You get murdered. And murder is what's up.
Murder. And beer.
Men love murder.
Murder is my favorite.
Love murder.
Kids love manslaughter. Murder is for men. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And
what's the plot?
story?
Shabby, tell me.
Well, let me tell you. I would get to it. The story, essentially, is a very good Christmas origin story for Klaus. He comes in from a wilderness to a city he's been once before, and he notices a dull, gleam, rubbish-looking grey city with no joy left in it. He asks, "What happened?" And then he gets beaten the fuck up and let go of the city.
Mm-hmm.
They want to kill him. Then he basically goes, well, I'm not about to do that. He cooks the mushrooms. He gets fucking high as a kite.
Yeah, boy.
Builds a bunch of toys. And then he goes on to his mission to spread the joy.
Spirits. It was the spirits who built the toys for him.
It was the spirits.
And
he
definitely wasn't high on shrooms.
right?
I liked that segment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Not because he was high on shrooms, but the way it looked.
Oh yeah.
It looked nice. Yeah, it was very colourful.
I have to say, Denmark is great, but especially the colorist, he seems to bring a lot of Christmassy joy in just the coloring, and it's so cool to see. We're very much fan of that.
I loved when all the toys came along because that really brought the Christmas spirit to it.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice.
This has cute. Yeah, and this actually hits a lot of the stemples of Santa Claus, right? You will discover this evil lord who he's basically the baron of the village. He makes all the people work really hard, and he hates joy and he hates kids. And all the people work in coal mines, which you later on discover there's a nefarious reason why. But since then, people are dull, depressed, so Klaus obviously is about to change that. He's kind of like a little vigilante, he's a little Batman of joy.
Something of a Robin Hood kind of type.
Oh yeah.
It brings the presents.
there are a couple of really cool sequences of him like on the roofs, and it makes sense for him to drop the gifts because they have no coal, so they have no fire, and he can't walk on the streets because the guards are looking for him, so he just drops it in the chimney. So very handsomely woven in the legends, right? That's what I really thought was great about the story.
I really liked that when he beat the crap out of a guard, he left him as like a snowman or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a little joker,
He's
Santa
a
Claus. You have
rascal,
to
our
have
Santa.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
But then you have one spoiled kid in, the tower. He's obviously like the prince.
He's
He's
got
like,
all the
"Alright."
toys.
Yeah, he's got all the toys. He's spoiled as hell, and yet he doesn't feel no joy. His mom's
Smashing all
like,
these
"What the?"
toys, and he's just like, I hate Christmas, I hate Christmas, Joy.
The mum's like, what? Why is he retired?
That's the mom. And that's just for just you kind of learn that Klaus was this baby who didn't freeze, and the people from the town saved him. Then he grew up there. He actually had a little bit of a fancy lady with him that actually turned out to be the queen, or the baroness. So he has a little bit of history there.
He was framed. He was framed by the king.
Yes, he was.
That he killed the previous king.
And the most obvious non-twistable time was actually the Baron who did it.
Yeah. The Baron is very much like the
generic bad guy.
Yeah. He's the guy from Lord of the Rings, that goes, "Hey,
Wormtongue kind of guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
The guy that whispers in the ear.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
It's kind of weirdly refreshing to see very clearly defined good and evil in a story like this.
Yeah.
It's not subtle.
Yeah. Oh, immediately. There's this panel specifically, and he wears a hood, right? And he's like, "Get the Santa Claus! I hate him!" And you can see just his demented eyes and smile, and all black. And I really like that. That was like really cool art on him, especially.
Yeah.
And
I liked that, like, at the end of the day, this kid's spoiled. He's ruining ties and stuff like that. But at the end of it, they just want someone to play with him as well.
Poor thing.
Oh, yeah, you could see the lesson from the first issue, right? You're like, so he's isolated. He needs a friend, basically, which was cool.
Yeah, the kid was just raised bad.
Mm-hmm. But obviously, the Baron gets Santa. He basically hunts him down in his little shack, leaves him to dead, and goes to summon something in the coal mine, which, if you're not dumb, you probably knew already. It's a Krampus.
No, dude, they literally spoiled. They literally spoiled that it's Krampus on the cover of the issue prior releasing.
Yeah, I thought that was an odd choice.
That was very strange.
You kind of expected it, though, right? Didn't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was
gonna
pretty
be the
obvious
main villain,
Krampus.
right?
Yeah. But you know what? He was cool. He was pretty cool, though.
It was, and so he releases the Krampus, and the themes of this book are great because yes, you have this cool Christmas story, but underline you have like, okay, so here's like a tyrant, and you have people want to uprise, but they don't really have to. They still fear, and I really like that it kind of can be seen through multiple lenses. Especially in this day and age. Am I right, boys?
We're very impressed.
So, and obviously, the last issue is epic conclusion where Klaus comes back from the dead. Spoiler alert. Fights Krampus, and he defeats him, which, I must say, there was a really cool little sequence where he beats Krampus, and he's like, "This is the one thing that makes me laugh in a long time." And then as he fucking chops his head, he goes, "Ho, ho, ho."
That was fucking metal, yeah. But dude, you forgot to mention his sleigh being led by wolves. That shit was rad.
That was awesome.
Can't we just put a big dumb smile on my face from beginning to end, you know? Like, just before he takes out Krampus, and Krampus is talking about eating all the naughty children, and Santa's like, that's one thing you've got wrong. There are no bad children.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Wholesome.
It was wholesome. He was a champion of Christmas joy.
So what did you think, boys, about this book? I always loved it. I think Grant Morrison is a bit of a hit or miss for me, but I think this was like 2016.
Yeah, about that.
So
about 2015.
That for me it was good Grant Morrison year.
It was probably Grant Morrison at his best. But I also do think that the book was helped a lot by the colours, because the colours did, it made you feel like it was Christmas, and you had your little psychedelic moments and things like that. I just thought, that was pretty awesome.
What is Christmas if not psychedelic moments?
We all get high.
I really did love it from beginning to end. It put a big dumb smile on my face a lot of times. There was a lot of rule of cool nonsense going on. We had a very likable protagonist in Klaus, who was a genuine hero to these people, and just wanted to bring Christmas joy. And it was just
he almost had
fun.
a very Superman kind of vibe for him.
Yeah, it was just like a wholesome guy. But with the art and things like that, like whenever it made you feel cold and warm whenever, in my opinion, it hit the right notes all the time.
Yeah, very competently executed, if I say so.
So this is pretty much a certified banger in this group, it seems like.
I will say,
is there a thing you didn't like?
I will say, this is no fault of the book, but Klaus makes me of the goldfish from American Dad.
What?
Because they have a goldfish in American Dad called a German fish in American Dad called Klaus.
You know what? 0 out of 10.
Oh.
Strike this book from the records.
These guys.
In reality, if you ask me what I dislike, I genuinely can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think if you dislike something from this book, it's kind of nitpicking, like we did with Carmen America.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I had a one nitpick, and I'd like to see your opinions on it, because the book ends with him not aging, and is basically his love, you would say. She ages and she dies at the end of the book, and I'm like, this is kind of a grim ending, I would maybe like her to somehow become Mrs. Klaus. Because you can see her,
and then her son dies before her?
Well, I didn't care about the kid too much.
But he had an incredible arc, though. He had a very good arc.
He aged up, right? So imagine the end would be the same, except the lady would kind of go white, aged up with him a little bit, and then they would leave together. And she's like Mrs. Klaus now. She's not dead. That's what I'm saying. Because as much of a Klaus that is good, you don't see him get... Wow.
Fuck that, ho ho ho. Merry Christmas, everyone.
I wanted him to get some prize,
Prize?
It felt like... Well, you know
women aren't prizes, Shabby, you fucking misogynist.
He deserves to be happy, okay? He's a Klaus.
Disgraceful. Let's rate it.
Let's rate it.
I would definitely give it a solid 9.5.
Yeah, I was gonna give it a 9.
I'm about to go 10 out of 10.
Woo!
It's our Christmas joy.
Yeah, I honestly see myself reading this book next year as well. It's a great read, and it puts me in the mood. I like it.
There are multiple spin-offs of this as well by the same writer and artist.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm about to check that shit out. It's not often when we review a book here and I'm just like, yeah, I want to check out everything else this book has to offer.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't
You know,
done
maybe
with
it's Christmas in me, but this is a 10 out of 10, I tell you.
It may be our October Christmas spirit. It's definitely a banger.
Ruin it for the
Stop telling the people it's October!
Shut up.
Merry Christmas,
Ho,
and
ho,
next
ho.
week is Batman Noël. Okay, bye.